Enumeration is the process of extracting information from a target system to determine more of the configuration and environment present. In many cases, it is possible to extract information such as username, machine name, shares and service from a system as well as other information depending on the OS itself. So let's now talk about Windows enumeration. The Microsoft Windows operating system is designed to be used as either a standalone or network environment. However, for this lecture, you will assume that a network setup only. So in this Windows world, securing access to resources, objects and other components is handled through many mechanisms with such common thread as in here. So you need to know how to access to resources such as file share and other item is managed. For example, a user to get access to a file share or printer. So in any operating system, the item that is most responsible for controlling access to the system is the user. In Windows, the user account manages access as necessary. User accounts are used in Windows for everything from accessing file shares for running services that allow software component to execute with proper privilege and access. Another one is groups. Groups are used by operating systems such as Windows and Linux to control access to the resources as well as simplify the management. Groups are effective administrative tools that enable management of multiple users. A group can contain a large number of users that can then be managed as a unit. So let's now talk about the Linux basics. So the Linux and Windows operating system do have a good number of things in common, and one of them is need for user and groups. Since we will encounter Linux system, we need to look at them as well. So the first one is user. Much like Windows user, Linux user must have a user account to log in and gain access to a system. User account contain all the properties that will allow a user to access all the resources, files, folder on a computer. Much like Windows, the information associated with a user account can be stored either on the local host or on a network. The second one is services and ports of interest. As we dive deeper into the enumeration phase, let's make sure you understand some of the more details about ports. You should expect during a scanning phase to uncover a number of ports. Some of is useful to you for enumeration and other less so. So let's now talk about enumeration with SNMP. So these are the things that another mechanism for enumeration target system is Simple Network Management Protocol, which is SNMP. This protocol is used to assist the management of devices such as router, hubs, switches and among others. So SNMP comes in a 3 different version, which is SNMP version 1, version 2 and version 3. So first version is the protocol that introduced a standardized mechanism. The second version introduced the new management function, and the third version, which is the latest version of its protocol. So in the next lecture, we'll go into our practical phase and we'll use some of the scan like enumeration scan using couple of the tools. Linux and Unix systems are no different from Windows system that can be enumerated as well. The difference lies with the tools and the approach. So in this lecture, we will take a couple of the tools to have proven useful to exploring the system. So the first one is finger. The finger command is designed to return information about a user on a given system. So when executed, it returns information such as user's home directory, login, idle times, office location and the last time you receive email and so on. So you can just type finger and type help to get all of the things that you can do. Okay, they use define mechanism. So let's use switches finger to return the list of the user. So you can use -l and then username. Okay, my username is maybe Kali. Okay, as you can see, this will return all the list of the user, and also you can use finger minus f. So basically it uses al for login and all of the stuff. As you can see, I have my login time as 41 minutes. So this way you can use finger. So another tool is rpc info. So the rpc info command enumerate information exposed over remote procedure call protocol. So the command line rpc looks like this. You can use any of the switches like -m for list of the rpc host and -s for list of the IPC. So let's use -m, then use host. I think this is not the host I am currently running on. So this way you can use, as you can see, taking a lot of time. Okay, let's terminate that because it will take a lot of time. Then another tool you can worth looking for is enum for Linux. Enum for Linux. So which allows for the extraction of information through Samba. So enum for Linux allows for extraction of information where Samba is in use. Information can be returned including like lots of things. So let's see what this shows up. As you can see, it shows up the target IP, shows up the RID range, and also the password, and the known users are this one. So these are the couple of the tools that you can use to enumerate. So if you want to use another tool, you can use Telnet, then you can use nmap also to enumeration in some cases. So let's try another thing, which is nmap minus su minus pu 1 2 3 minus pn minus n minus script or dash script and is equal to ntp minus mon list and the target. So let's target my own 192.168.1.1. So as you can see, my UDP port is closed right now. So in this command, -su defined for scan type, while -pu defines for the port for NTP in this case, and the minus script NTP mon list specify the script being run for NTP enumeration, and the target is the host of the NTP server. So that's the couple of the tool that you can use for enumeration.